Well, can you talk about how Cloudflare is thinking about AI and like what policies you're instituting as a company? Like, where's the edge? How much can you use? How much do you say maybe not yet?
And also how are they using it internally as well?
We are using machine learning and have been for a long time in the inside the products. So, again, looking at massive amounts of traffic across this big global network, that traffic itself becomes a source of information that we can use to build better products and make them more effective. But we have to, too much data becomes overwhelming. So you have to harness it in some way. And the AI and machine learning algorithms have been a part of those teams' sort of product suite for a long time. I don't know if I can go into super granular detail on exactly what it is, but for example, they're trying to be able to better detect what's a bot and what's a human based on behavior and like looking at it in terms of how quickly maybe the bot is doing things versus what is a human behavior. That might be one thing. How quickly they're pivoting from one link to another, how quickly they're hitting different links. I mean, all those kinds of timing issues can be one angle of it. There was a blog post I read the other day that I certainly can't do justice here, that Cloudflare posted about all the ways that they're leveraging AI in the context of bot detection and looking for vulnerabilities. Sometimes you can detect a vulnerability even before it's disclosed by using AI machine learning algorithms to sort of see, again, what normal behavior looks like versus what we're seeing. So we're trying to get ahead of vulnerabilities in that way to build a better product in the WAF and the way we manage our network itself. I mentioned earlier trying to optimize network traffic across the network. There was yet another blog post that you can go read about on Cloudflare's blog, all about how we use AI to help us manage the network in a more effective and efficient way. But we're also trying to put AI into the hands of our customers on the edge. So I think that's the exciting thing if you're thinking about building something with AI is where is it and where does it need to be basically to serve the purposes that you're trying to achieve. And we talked about different countries with different laws and regulations. And I think AI is going to be one of those where we have very different perspectives on what is allowed and what is not allowed, and it will be context sensitive. So putting GPUs inside of Cloudflare servers in all the contexts where our servers live today. We're in 330 cities around the world, 110 countries, and having GPUs rolled out into all those locations for inference purposes is a pretty interesting architecture, right? Most of the GPU infrastructure we think of today is centralized for model training, but model inference, where does that happen, right? Model inference on ChatGPT happens inside of ChatGPT, but maybe it needs to happen near where the end users are consuming data, producing data, moving data, through the platform before it makes its way across the network. Those are all things that we're trying to enable for customers through the Workers AI platform and giving them access to open source models and GPU inference capabilities right there at the edge. You can do that today. You can go, spin up a Cloudflare Worker or Pages infrastructure and start to integrate with our AI capabilities right there and use the open source models that are available on, Meta obviously is one of the leaders in that space. So the last one I tinkered with was the new Meta model that came out and it's available now on our edge.